Ooh, do you know that recently there was a report that says that I think it was about the carbon industry where what was the word? They more likely to go for a combustion engine cars instead of hydrogen because they are afraid that hydrogen might explode.
They as in the public?
The probably that their but the demographic they pen and paper and do the we like to sign my petition style.
I see. So
They say they are afraid that hydrogen might explode. But this is not 1966 where this debate has happened.
look, hydrogen could either be bomb or it could become water.
Oh yeah, I forgot Oppenheimer came out this year. Yeah, now I understand why the people are afraid of hydrogen. Okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Hindenburg.
Yeah, the
be precise.
Hindenburg, Oppenheimer.
It could be a bomb or it could just squirt out water. So pick either two. Which path are you gonna go? Hydrogen. The one molecule, not one molecule. Is it one molecule? Oh no, I forgot my chemistry lessons again.
Depends.
It's number
Louis
one
Depel.
on the periodic table. Okay, that one I know is correct.
Number one. Ooh. It could be the fake one. The number 402 or something like that. Yeah. Like unlike some elements, this one is real. It's like giving it's real. It's like giving someone the ID, employee ID, and it's number one.
Okay, but what name are you gonna name the? Does the name of the element is a location or a person?
Depends. Depends.
You know how many names of the elements that are in the periodic table? I think it's like what 144 or something. How many of them are names named after places?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah.
Okay, take a guess. How many times a country in Europe gets named? Gets a
We
name.
got germanium.
Germanium.
We do have europium.
That's the thing. They name after continent.
Germanium. My God.
Oh, do you want francium? Okay, there's
Francium.
there's one for France.
We have polonium for Poland.
Hold on, France has two. Because there's another thing. I think it was gallium or something, which is also the old name for France in another language, either Latin or.
Okay.
So there's also two French names there.
Gallium.
The polium. My God, it's why that is the most. That's the worst name ever. Polium.
Okay. There's a location. There's an element named after Copenhagen, and no, it's not called copium.
Dang.
Half name or something. It's also Latin name, translated to Copenhagen, which I think is supposed to mean like harbor or port, something like that. So it's wild, man.
Come on. Yeah, come on. You had it. You was there. The modern era folks will have thanked you there.
We could have had copium.
Exactly.
For real.
Copenhagen said no.
Hey, at least we have Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Name after Tennessee.
The Tennessee country, the country states? Oh, yeah.
At this rate, I want to see some Malaysian.
The Malaysium.
I mean, we do have Nihonium too.
Yeah. But we should have Damansarium, no?
Oh, Damansarium. Yeah. TTIDM.
We should have Mahadrium.
Sunwedium. My God.
Oh my God, that's good. That's full popo. We go Sunwedium.
Sunwedium. That is a Arasaka punya light company. Sunwedium. And with that, we can welcome in the episode.
I don't know if that intro is an L or tungsten, but welcome to dia.log, the Gamer Matter podcast, Gamer Matters podcast.
Yes, the Gamer Matters. This is episode number 144, recorded on the 22nd September. But even though we were recording at 23rd.
Okay, it's actually 23rd. Let's put it on record. It's 23rd.
Yeah, it's actually 23rd. I'm just reading on the blurb.
And the blog has been edited to reflect current events. So September is ending. Currently this weekend that we are recording on, Tokyo Game Show is going on. It's popping off.
Yep, it's coming up to the last day on Sunday, 24th.
Yeah. And yeah, video games continue to come, and I think I've jinxed myself from last episode saying, hey, there's gonna be more games coming in 2024, right? Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Rabbit's foot.
Oops. I don't know, I should be apologizing or you guys should be thanking, because yeah, we're gonna get a lot of games.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
But mostly around the same window of time. So
Double yeehaw.
Introducing the panel, we have Danial over there.
YOLO.
On the other side is Anan.
What's up?
And I am Amirul Mekronos Ashraf. And yes, we should be talking about video games.
Yes, we should be talking about games.
It's current games and the future.
The future.
Unless we're gonna uncover more elements in the periodic tables.
It's only 404 again. Periodic table. Something like that.
People are like colliding molecules. They make new ones as we speak.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So yeah, Damansarium is still possible.
Damansarium.
Even if it's not like discovered in Damansara.
Not yet, anyway. You need to go inside the plant. You have to scan it. And then it comes out. Damansarium. Ooh. Yeah. We can then sell it.
Yeah, video games.
Yeah, video games. So. Okay, so right now we have another dialogue choice today. For on the menu today, we have car game or Pinocchio. It's not the Disney one. Yeah, we start with Zoom. Pinocchio, not the Disney one as well. Not the Disney one. No. So we shall not talk about the recent release of Ubisoft's open world racer, the first car PG, by the way. Every other news outlet. I will stand there that statement until the day I die or retire. This is the first car PG, not Forza Motorsport 8. Thank you. Oh my god.
I will argue Need for Speed Underground was there, but continue. I get your argument. Look, the crew have car classes, and literally you get to switch classes. So I get your argument.
That's fine. Oh my god.
You want your 350Z to be street spec or race spec? You can switch classes on the go. Want to tune it off road?
The barbarian. Yeah, you can buy the barbarian, aka the rally car. Yes, you can. The rogue, aka drift, boleh. Come on, it's there.
And wasn't the crew also introduced like a power system, as in power level, kan? You have your the car parts have numbers.
Car parts, yes. Yes. That is essentially like Destiny.
Power level, kan? Yeah.
Levels, yeah. Essentially.
That's the word. That's the better word. Gear level.
Yes. Gear level. Come on.
With rarity, yeah, I remember getting purple bricks and stuff.
Yeah, like come on, man. Be serious. Anyway, so I've been playing the Crew Motorfest like 20 hours now, because I've been doing their I want to say that they're more streamlined punya career mode, because it's now in the playlist. So you pick and choose your playlist. So like there is muscle car, there is motorsport aka F1 racing, there is your bike, your planes, the whole shebang that the crew has promoted over the last 5 years, the last games, yeah, for 5 years. And this one, the newest one, is set in Hawaii. So
Hawaii.
we go Hawaii. Yeah, we are good. This is the start of the Hawaii arc because we start in Motorfest, and then next February we'll be going to Hawaii again. But on the streets. We're going Hawaii.
Which island is this again? Honolulu, right?
Oahu actually. Honolulu. Yeah, Oahu. Yeah, Oahu.
Okay. A different island. So no.
Yeah, a different island. It's not Honolulu. No.
It's not the one with the crazy Japanese man and his party of friends
No.
going rancid. Okay. Doing shenanigans.
Imagine imagine driving your Dodge Charger and then you see a man doing backflips on a bicycle. or an elderly man riding the Segway and at the same speed as you are driving as well. Oh my god.
I mean, I would have said no. These two franchises wouldn't cross together. But then I remembered there was a Rainbow Six Siege collab with Yakuza.
Yeah, Kiryu holding a gun. Finally, they have allowed at that point. They have allowed him to get a gun.
So yeah, that's the. If you didn't get the joke, that's the hint. Anyway, Hawaii, Oahu, yeah.
Okay, so it is. So far, my 20-hour assessment before our review comes out is that the game has potential. It has pretty good. It's already a big step up from the Crew 2, because how streamlined it is and all. But the problem I have right now is that the driving is kind of funny, kind of funky, because I think like they revamp the off-road mechanics, so the car now tail slides a lot. So for those who don't know, tail slide is like your car, the basics is you oversteer, or your car back end goes behind and then you hit a tree and die, as in Top Gear.
Lose the rear end.
Yep.
I remember playing the Crew Motorfest when it was in beta, and this is the impression I have as a person who hated the Crew 2's handling. Never gone back to the Crew 2. I remember the Crew having better physics than the Crew 2. So, but that's my opinion. And my opinion for Motorfest was, they improve it. It feels much better to control, other than going high speeds where it's very easy to lose your rear end. I think that's the point where you say, Daniel, about your tail spinning.
Yeah.
You see.
Okay. Yeah, the funny thing, if you put on all of the settings, there's difficulty settings, so you can adjust your steering assist or brake assist, or traction control, ESP. I usually put it on sport mode, so it's not very hard, turn off everything, but it's in the middle ground so that you still get that slide, but it's controllable. And funny thing is, you know what happened? I've been driving an actual car the past few weeks, and I've been driving exactly like I've driven in the Crew, only in the respective speed limit of the Malaysian law. At least 70 kilometers, 70-80 kilometers, and not doing tail slides for points so that I can level up. And one thing I like, and one thing that I like to say a bit of a apology to Forza again, is that they're steering, because one thing that I don't like about racing games back in the last gen is that the steering wheel doesn't go all the way 90 degrees, like an actual car would. The Crew Motorfest introduces that recently. In this game, they finally introduced full steering wheel, like an actual car, which a lot of people who have driven on the wheel for this game loves it. And it kind of that thing kind of actually transfer over to an actual car. Okay, you know what to do. You just a bit of a turning movement so that you can turn the car. I don't know about you, but that's my impression of it being, the racing game it is.
I don't mind that detail, but I do like that if you are driving at a very constant speed, maybe around 70 kilometers per hour, I think. I do not remember on top of my head. But I do
Mhm.
remember that your character will pull down the window, elbows out,
yeah.
elbows out on the window, cruising with one hand on the steering wheel. You
Yeah, I
can
mean,
do that. I
you can
cannot.
do that.
I cannot do that like consistently, but it I do notice instances where I was like literally cruising, like just vibing on the street. Oh yeah, how's the playlist events?
It's okay. Like it's very again, just very streamlined because back in I think Crew 2, it was like 12 events non-stop. So like there's no time to read because you have to just immediately do all of it. But this one, like, it gives you an introduction by, let's say, a host. So let's say in motorsport, it is your crew chief for your racing team. For bikes, it's one of the hosts of Hawaii. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to teach you about the bike culture here in Hawaii. And then in like the one of the more popular ones, I think it was the Made in Japan. So essentially like the car culture in Japan. So it's
Video games.
yeah, video games. Yeah, yeah lah, okay lah.
the the insistence to not do an open world Japan map is still mind-boggling. So
And
this
yet
is
you can do a made in Japan event list, like, oh yeah, look at this, look at the cartooning culture of Japan. Look, we even brought Liberty Walk, the Japanese cartooning team to come here and talk about their cars.
Yeah,
But no racing game about cars
the
set in Japan.
characters are all Japanese and they all like voiced like with accents.
Yeah.
Some of them even go full Japanese in some of their lines.
Yeah, but
So-
no racing game set in Japan since
And it's so
2008.
obvious. Yet still they cannot just leave it to Japanese developers to do it.
Yeah, the last one is still like Genki's what's it called? Race Street Domination ke Street Redemption on the 360. That was 2008. So it's almost 2 decade now.
Man, I miss Genki. Genki should have deserved the FromSoft arc.
Exactly.
They should have deserved all the racing aficionados suddenly respects the weird games that Genki does, and everybody wants to make a Genki like racing game.
So like the open world 1v1 racer.
1v1 one gun with
but no,
with the half bar, but no, not yet. That's not the
No.
future.
sadly.
But I will still believe the future we will get to there somewhere. But right now everybody wants to
Open world.
Forza Horizon. Like the Crew Motorsport literally changes from let's have the contiguous United States to yeah, let's go just to Hawaii.
Let's just go Hawaii. Let's do a festival there.
Yeah, especially a festival thing. Oh my god, on the nose as heck.
It is like it is, yeah, we'll follow the market leader, Samsung style.
But still, I feel like the way playlists are done have much more better impact than whatever Horizon stories are.
Yeah, kan. At
Those
least like
are
this one, the structure.
forgettable.
Yeah, this one, like, at least then you get to try every discipline. Hence why it's like that. It's structured like that because you can try every discipline: motorbikes, planes, bikes, ATVs, monster truck as well. See?
Oh, you do the one where they go across the years.
Yes, yeah. That's
They
actually
literally
cool.
have you like navigate the world without GPS. That's
Yeah,
fun. And they put the little tinted
The tints,
filters,
yeah.
and they even license the period appropriate music. Not necessarily licensed music. I do know that I googled it. I looked them up. And those are like epidemic sounds. So the songs.
Copyright free.
Yeah, copyright free songs.
But still, like,
it
the
matches the
effort's
vibe.
there. Yeah, it matches the vibe.
I mean, it's better than figuring out how to license a very popular song from the 70s and figure out a good way to license that without breaking the bank. Because the vibe is still there. It
Yeah,
works.
exactly.
Mm.
Yep.
The one where you rally around with a, was it a 240Z or something like that?
Yeah, a 240Z.
You rally with that, and then that music blows out. Dang, dang, dang. I'm surprised that it was just a copyright free music. That was good.
Like this is exactly why I like the Crew series. Like they try to be, even though they are still doing the market, follow the market leader. It's still they try to do like, maybe a bit of like this and like this, kind of like what they did with the Watch Dogs series, kan? Yeah, we know we're a GTA clone. That's why we done. We let you hire anyone in London. Go nuts, whatever. Itulah. So basically, to sum it up, the Crew is really good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Maybe not very good at all right now, like in full price, sadly. But I think if it's on a sale, yeah, it'll be a good buy. Like half price, 150-ish. You can just vibe in Hawaii, and you can expect a 5-year 5-year update plan. Like I like Forza 2 years. Because don't worry about it. Ubisoft will take care of you for the next 5 years. You just enjoy the waves. And that is the Crew Motorfest. Good racer. One of the main protagonists for our racing game of the year, fighting another open world racer. And one open world racer and one street closed circuit racer. Foreshadowing.
Quite the number of racing games this year. Decent.
It could be 4. We could have raced in Hong Kong, but they got delayed to next year.
I mean, for the better lah.
Yeah, for the better, because that preview was rough.
I think it's the case of the game still needs to be a few more optimization passes before you can like showcase it to hype it up.
Yes,
But
you need the Starfield. Yeah, you need the Starfield moment. Just 1 year in the oven. Go.
Just because the recent trailer for Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown.
That's actually better. Yeah, that's so much better.
You go into a showroom, you look at the Alfa Romeo, you spec the Alfa Romeo, you buy it, you press all the different knobs that you can have on a car, including like getting the windows up and down, the signals, all you can do that, and you just drive like a normal person on a road, following straight.
What a concept! What a concept!
Following the traffic light, you can signal to indicate your turn. Like the fact that they show you like a good 30 seconds of like driving in the night in some passageways where, you know, very tight roads, and then you just like casually and very carefully signal, go into overtake to the other lane, then go back into the correct lane, even though it's on the double line. I noticed that it's a double line.
That's a big no in the traffic laws.
But it's okay, it's in the dark.
Oh yeah, it's night. Yeah, day and night. The police won't.
It's
police won't
literally
mind.
in the dark, like in the dark, and we outside of main town. So, and there were no traffic. So, okay lah. But the fact that they show you can actually just relax driving, cruise around, like take a car for a test drive, as one may say.
Test drive.
Let's see lah. That game deserve more time. Because they went ambitious. They went ambitious with Hong Kong.
It's a 1-to-1 skill of Hong Kong, so yeah, give them time.
Like the Crew learned their lesson. They're not gonna do US again. Okay, let's just get one island. Not the whole of Hawaii. Just one.
Just Ohio. Yeah, just not Honolulu. No. That's too big. That's
Oahu is a smaller island. I've checked.
Yeah.
They purposely don't want to go that big. They learned their lesson. Yeah, good on you, the Crew Motorfest. Finally, the Crew game that I can play again.
Yeah.
I seriously, I swore off the Crew 2. I really do not vibe with that one. I just cannot. It's just, and it's not for the lack of trying.
Yep.
So, but go on them to like steer back to the more decent.
Yeah, fundamentals. Yeah, back to the fundamentals. What makes this game fun?
I mean, it would be silly if they can still do the spec car thing. But I get it lah. They have to move on.
Yeah, they have to move on.
Speaking of, we have to move on.
Yeah, because we are puppets of our own fate, and we have to be a real boy.
The
That
strings
is a
have been
nice
pulled.
segue.
The strings have been pulled.
Strings has been pulled.
So what's
Yeah.
capping? As they say.
What's happened?
Capping?
What's P has been capping?
So yeah, this certain game released recently on Game Pass. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, what is this? Lies of P.
Yes, like so.
It's on Game Pass, so there's like if you subscribe to Game Pass, there's no like it's basically free to try, free to play until the end.
It's actually good. Yeah, free to play to the end.
Okay, it's a Souls-like game. Okay, then that may make you intrigued, but a lot of okay, I haven't played a lot of Souls-like other than the Dark Souls and the Elden Ring, but from what I've seen, a lot of them don't really like hit the mark when it comes to like okay, they don't capture like the formula of Souls-like. Why is it good? Okay, maybe they want to try something new, but they don't really capture it. So for me, like Lies of P is like, it just hits. Okay, so that's the short of my like impression. Okay, what is Lies of P? It's a game by Korean developer NeoWiz. It's a twist on the tale of Pinocchio, the puppet. So as with the tale of Pinocchio, there's the usual suspect. You have Geppetto, as the father of the puppets, and also Jiminy Cricket. But in this Lies of P, they rename Jiminy as Gemini for some reason. I don't know why.
I think the Korean guys could not pronounce it probably.
Yeah, probably the Koreans. Yeah, it's I don't know what term to call it, but I call it puppet punk, where the background of the world itself, it's the world instead of so we have steampunk, we have diesel punk, this kind of fantasy, right? So I call this puppet punk, where the world advance their technology of puppets. In this case, they discovered a magical element called ergo that can power these puppets to basically perform all these mundane tasks like sweeping or like being a server at a restaurant, whatever.
Robots but puppets.
Yeah. Yeah, I call it puppet punk because they don't have diesel and stuff. No steam. But still, they have gears, right? So it's like pseudo steampunk, but magical. Yeah. So, with these puppets, the tragedy is that the puppets, they follow the Grand Covenant of Puppets. So, which is basically the modified version of the Laws of Robotics by Isaac
Oh
Asimov.
damn it is robot. Oh my
It's a
god.
robot, yeah.
Sentient puppet. I know where the story is going then.
Yeah, so the law of robotics, like I believe there is 3 where they must
Yep.
obey, they must not harm humans, whatever. But with this Grand Covenant of Puppets, of course outlined by Geppetto, he adds another clause at the end, which is puppets cannot lie.
Ooh.
Which is like the like I don't know, the central like unique mechanic of this game. Not unique, as in the uniqueness of Pinocchio himself, because he is the only puppet that can lie. So by lying, you can affect the endings of Lies of P. Yeah. What else? Oh yeah, as I said before, this is Souls-like, and a lot of games they don't really capture it because they probably don't want to copy it. But Lies of P, it's unashamedly Bloodborne. It's like it's shameless. Like even the studios like, yeah, we inspired from Bloodborne because why not? And I agree. It's like one of the best Souls game, at least in my opinion. Okay, let me outline what kind of like elements that they take from Bloodborne. The art style, as in the buildings, the clothing, everything. It's taken from the Belle Epoque era, which is Victorian but French.
Oh, I was about to say Victorian, but French.
Yes.
What's the
I
name
mean,
again?
it's close enough. Belle Epoque.
Oh,
Belle
okay.
Epoque.
Belly poke.
Okay, I
Belle
see.
Epoque.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha. Around the same time.
It's Victorian but French.
Like before World War One and around the
Yeah,
Industrial
around.
Revolution thing.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they historians
Interesting.
consider it that the golden age because that's when France was the center of like technology, education, and stuff. Yeah. Mhm.
Is it post Napoleon? Yeah, post Napoleon.
Yeah, it should
Post-Napoleon.
be post Napoleon.
Yeah.
Post-Napoleon
Yeah.
gets sent into the Madagascar land.
Hmm. And then yeah, as with Bloodborne, we the citizens are the citizens are addicted to a certain like
Blood? Is it? Can.
but they're addicted to blood. This one addicted to a problem solving, as in they can release all their like mundane tasks to robots and puppets, but then it turns back against them. In which this case the puppets gone wild and attack the humans. Dang. Mm-hmm.
This
Of course.
sounds very familiar to what's that other game? It's also technically a Souls like and also set in alternate world France. But that was is more it's by the one under Nikon. Spiders. What's that game again? Because
Pixel?
no, not that name. Let me Google that. Because that one is also having like you just a doll or something, but you a mannequin or something, but then there's a revolution. Oh, there's literally alternate
it's a
world French
revolution.
revolution.
Because there's a revolution. It's French.
Of course, it's French.
Okay. Continue on while I look up.
Yeah. And then yeah, they have rally mechanic, as in you get damage and you attack back the enemy to regain your health. It's like, oh god dang, this is Bloodborne all over again. And then there's the usual hub world. It's like which is in this case is Hotel Krat. Basically the hunter's dream of Bloodborne. But in this case it's less of P. And they have the maiden, where you meet her, talk to her, and use your points to upgrade, as per usual. And upgrade maiden.
Oh yeah, got the name.
Mm-hmm.
It was Still Rising.
Oh,
Steel Rising.
that game.
Yeah.
I forgot about that game. It was last year's. Lies of P. Didn't quite catch on, but it has its fans. But I'm drawing parallel to the aesthetic choice lah.
yeah.
Less gothic, but around French vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back to Lies of P. So combat very Bloodborne.
Combat, yeah, very much Bloodborne, as in it's melee. I mean, as with other Souls likes, it's mostly melee. With but then instead of having like a gun for you to parry, it improves on the guard mechanic, as in you're not just guarding, you also have if you guard in the perfect time, you get perfect guard, where it also inflicts some. It's a hidden stagger meter, basically.
Yep, I
Yeah.
see.
And then when the stagger meter is like sort of full, the health of the enemy will flash, and then you have to perform a heavy attack, and then the enemy will get staggered, and you can get a repose damage, a repose attack. So instead of like parry with gun, you guard perfect. You do perfect guard until you stagger the enemy. And then there's also like like you every attack you feel special meter, you perform special attack and stuff, like that's normal. Also the enemies, they also have like special attack, as in if they attack when their body's like bright red, then when you have to dodge away or you have to do perfect guard. You cannot just guard as usual because it will inflict damage if you just normal guard, full damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's a little bit of Warlong there.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You
if I
have an
remember.
unblockable attack, which I totally forgot how there's other ways to counter it. I forgot. Maybe perfect guard. Maybe you do have to perfect parry it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I remember the ping pong sections again. Oh god damn it, Lubo.
Lubo ping pong.
Lubo. You ping pong
Mhm.
fireballs like that. Oh god damn it. Still one of the best
Yeah.
moments. Anyway. Oh, how are the bosses?
Oh
If you
yeah.
have
So
encountered some.
I've encountered like the first major boss, like basically the area lock boss. The parrot, I believe it's called the parrot monster or something. It's basically the skill check, like the
The
first
skill
skill
check.
Oh,
check.
I was about to
The
ask you.
helicopter.
Stopper.
The copter check. What? The chopper check. Oh no.
As in, if you like still fail on your basics, like this thing's gonna stop you. But then yeah, it took me like a few tries, like almost an hour, I believe. And I was like, okay, I managed to get past him.
Is he the first boss at least, or is it like halfway through? Like Chana.
Okay, so as you from the start or to access the hub world, the hotel card,
Hmm?
this boss stands in front of the gate, basically.
Damn it is
Oh,
the
it's
Ruby Copter. And it
yeah.
is like Wolong's Jiang Liang. Then people hated Jiang Liang. I hated that fight too. You literally cannot play until you figure out that boss. It is the filter boss,
Mhm.
the skill check boss. But very early on, man, oh man.
But then
Mm.
it's not exactly like locking everything, but you can still like fight with enemies like the normal mobs, and then gain your is it ergo points to upgrade yourself. But then it lock all the more advanced mechanic like weapon upgrade and stuff. So just the basic one. If you don't pass it, like no, you're not getting it. You're not getting anything.
Okay, Lies of P has a
Mm,
fairer
a fairer one.
difficulty. Yeah,
But
we got.
yeah, to be fair, the first boss, if you polish like your basics, as in okay, if you play souls like this like second nature, okay, you watch the attack pattern, you know when to dodge, when to attack and stuff. It's like yeah, it's easy. Except for it just clicks. Like you know when to parry, as in when to perfect guard, when to dodge. That is the basic skill check.
Yeah, it's always just like that. And you know why people stuck at Armored Core skill check pause? Now that I figure it out. Because people playing it like a Souls game most of the time.
Yeah.
Armored Core isn't a game with iframes where you have to dodge immediately. I mean you can, but the regular mech you start with doesn't play like that. You have
Nah.
to be moving a lot and you just have like small attacks like the usual like machine gun power kan. It's fine, just take a few hits tak apa. It's okay. You can take a few hits. But some people who may have played like Souls like or Souls games, they just like no, a single damage is already a problem. We should not take damage at all. So they have to like time the dodges or whatever.
Mhm.
So it doesn't work like that. That's why people were very like intimidated when they found that one of the biggest boss in Armored Core at the early game is a literal bullet hell fight. If, check out Balteus if you haven't. So that one. For me, it was just a normal boss fight because I figured the game out after that terrible helicopter fight. But after that, I clicked. I got it. I understand what the game wants to do, and the game asked me to play it like Armored Core. Remember? Okay.
This is our core.
Yeah. So yeah. as long as people can figure it out, it's fine lah.
Mhm.
That's it. That's all it needs to be. So
Also, yeah. Also, Lies of P also has like mini bosses,
Oh.
as in they're not exactly they're not like the big bosses with the big health bar, but they are like the enhanced enemies where you have to beat them, and they don't revive. As in, if you beat them, they're gone. That's it. And also they have like rare resources and stuff, but yeah, also has mini boss. And then there's it also has a weapon durability mechanic where your weapon and enemy's weapon will deteriorate which with each hit. But it's like for you, for the player, every time they revive or they access the bonfire, it's called Stargazer here, it will be like fully sharpened, so you don't have to worry. But if you, the player or the enemy, get your durability to 0, it's like broken sword. It basically deal puny damage. Like doesn't deal any damage at all.
So there's a possibility to just defend and defend.
Defend,
They defend.
and defend, and
Leave it
defend.
out.
Until your enemy's weapon pretty much goes to 0.
Oh man, does it
Yeah,
work with
what's this?
bosses?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay,
I
just
haven't
normal
had
lah.
I haven't had the chance to try it. But then even though like your weapon hits like a very low damage, very low durability, you can resharpen. Like it has a grinder on your, what is it? Apa? Siku, apa siku?
Oh, yeah, the elbow.
The elbow, yeah.
So you
Because Pinocchio is a puppet, right? So his left hand, it's also like a mech, as in a mechanized hand. So you have the grinder on your elbow.
can sharpen your weapons Monster Hunter style during
Yep.
gameplay
That's actually
during
cool.
missions.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
I mean,
And the animation is really cool.
does it take resources?
Sorry?
Does sharpening the weapon takes resources?
No. Okay, so the basic resource, as in you you have a health recharge and the grinding and the grinding gear. They are refilled upon revive.
Okay. But not alright. It's not consumable.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a restockable consumable.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. That's
yeah, like it's
interesting.
fair. It's fair. Like it's durability, but it's fair. It's not something like, oh, okay, I have to like go to a workshop and then repair with resource. No,
Or even worse,
no,
break
that's even worse. Yeah,
break every and be deleted from your inventory. That's the what people hated about Zelda.
But if your weapon reach 0 with as in like you forgot to sharpen it, you can only get it back if you revive or access Stargazer. So you cannot resharpen a 0 weapon.
Yep. Nice.
And then the unique the unique thing about Bloodborne is the 2-stage weapons, right? So you have I forgot the name. As it's trick weapon, right? So you have 2 modes of the weapon. But in Lies of P, the weapon itself, it doesn't have different mode. It's split into 2 parts, as in you have the hilt and the blade, and you can pair hilts and blades to get different kind of combo weapons.
Okay.
Mhm. And the attack pattern is determined by the hilt. So it's possible to get a rapier hilt and a hammer blade. I think.
Ooh, that's interesting. That's really interesting.
So
Actually,
imagine poking with a
fucking the big stick.
I haven't tried that. I haven't unlocked it yet. So yeah, probably.
Big robot, sir, move. Poke,
Mhm.
poke, poke.
Poke.
Sir, move. No, okay, that's actually funny.
Yeah. So they claim you can create up to like 100 different weapon combinations. So I don't know. I haven't tried that. Just a lot. Okay. But then they are basically like uh is it terbitan, what is it? I forgot the word.
Come again?
Combination, different combination, like permutation. Yeah, you can just get different permutations of like the same move but on different blades, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine. Mhm.
Yeah, but eventually people will figure out the best ones and forgot about everything else.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but yeah, I think like so far, like the 1 week, like part of the combat is the special weapons, legion weapons, basically your left hand. So I don't really use it that much. I don't know. Maybe I'll find more some better legion weapons. But the starting one that you get is just an enhanced punch, and then another one that I got is the it's like not anchor, it's like wire. As in you shoot an arrow, it hits your enemy, and then you can pull him back. What is it called? I forgot.
Let's say grappling hook
A
or
grappling hook, yes.
harpoon.
Yeah,
So
a harpoon, a grappling harpoon,
yeah.
basically that. Yeah, it's kind of weak. Also, it consumes MP, special MPs. So you have to like you refresh upon revive, or you can also use consumable to reload it. Like yeah, it's like the blood bullets in Bloodborne.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I tried googling stuff and no, I don't think Lies of P has a pile bunker, which is
Shame.
should have been
A
an
shame.
obvious thing to do. I mean, they got Bloodborne.
Yeah,
Bloodborne has a pile bunker of all things.
they need powder kegs in the life. Yeah, thank.
Or maybe it does. Let me double check. Oh, never mind, never mind.
They do have it.
Maybe. I
Let
see.
me check. Mm-hmm.
Something called Deus Ex Machina.
Oh yeah, it looks like a pile driver.
Hmm. Yeah.
Install a motion sensing landmine.
I mean, it looks like one, but then I don't know about the landmine stuff.
Yeah.
So, could be, maybe.
Yeah.
So they didn't forget about pile bunkers.
Yep.
They just
Yeah. And then there's elemental damage, as in of course.
Of course.
Also, I also unashamedly borrowed from like the Souls like, but instead of like fire paper or bolt paper, you have like a bolt gear or something, because you have to sharpen your blade, right? So it's basically a grinder with like electric or poison or whatever that imbues the damage attribute to your weapon.
I see. It's clever.
Yeah. And then oh yeah, if you got I think if you get inflicted with, let's say, electric damage, your attack is also imbued with electric, I believe. I forgot about that. Or if or maybe if you have electric damage, you also get more damage if you get attacked by electric. As in it's a buff and a nerf at the same time. I need to check back.
At least from the sound of it, Lies of P is competent.
Mhm. I would say it deserves the like Souls like moniker. They can wear it proudly instead of being ashamed. Okay, it's a Souls like, but it's like not enough. Lies of P, they can wear it like with like dengan bangganya. Proudly.
The fact that they also like having a collab with Warlong, which I forgot, and then I'm looking at it. Oh my god, why are they collabing with Warlong for this? I mean, these both are proper Souls likes lah, with their own flavor, but still like within the genre lah. Within it is the game that people within the genre would have wanted to play, and it's here.
Yeah. And you can play it with Game Pass, 15 ringgit a month.
Yosh.
You can play one of the games that in our top 30 list.
Probably.
Probably. Wait to see. You can see.
We still have to discuss about that. That list has been growing.
Oh no.
This has been a good year.
What a good year.
Yep. Dang. I mean, I cannot wait to finish Lies of P. It's so unashamedly Bloodborne. I'm like, dang. If
So
you want to play,
boy.
yeah, if you like, okay, I want to play Bloodborne, but it's not on PC. Like, okay, just play this. If you don't want to be bothered with emulating the PS4 on your PC, just play this one.
Hey, so
Yeah, that's
it's
Lies of P.
let's nice a P. Okay, so we shall now go to the hot topics and news.
Ooh, the news.
Oh boy, I
Oh,
wonder
that's a
what
lot.
happened.
That's a
Yeah, I
lot.
wonder what happened.
2 weeks, huh? It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks. It's been a long 2 weeks.
It's been a long 2 weeks.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
Take it away.
All right, so we shall now go downhill because, okay, so a bit of context. The CMA, the British UK like commercial market. I forgot the name, but it is the UK's branch of their like fair trade, so their FTC. Yeah, the Competition and Market Authority. That's the actual name. They are still ongoing with their weird case against Microsoft and Activision in the hopes that they will buy the Activision Blizzard as a whole. But besides that, so in their recent filing, there has been an oopsie whoopsie done by Microsoft as well. So by Xbox Microsoft because they have.
This was with the FTC.
This was FTC. Sorry,
This was with the FTC. Yeah.
That's
Alright,
it.
The CMA is
So-
another different story in which that the barrier has been like slowly eroding, as in they're probably gonna get a green light.
Yeah, they're
at
probably
this
get it.
point.
So yeah, this is for the STC. So this is their
Okay.
fight with the FTC.
It happened again.
It happened again. This time, Xbox and Microsoft leaked it because these files contained all of the Xbox stuff for the next 5 years. In 5 years, I mean 2027, which includes, not limited to, a new Xbox Series S refresh, a new controller, the timeline that is going to be releasing these two things, and I think like release window for the next few games for Xbox for the next fiscal year, next 2 fiscal years.
And with the Star Games as well, apparently,
And
in
Bethesda as
another
well, yeah,
separate
and Bethesda.
document. In another separate document that also got leaked.
Yeah, so it's a big oopsie wootsy.
Okay, which one? How about we go from the closest to us to the future?
All right, so video games and art. So Bethesda's leak is interesting because it includes a few games that we didn't know was on the like the timeline, the chain of timeline, like games and but their release window and also the price, the list of possible Game Pass day and date releases with projected costs. Like this is the price that Microsoft are paying the publishers. So let's say Rockstar or Capcom, the like actual numbers. We know how much they're paying it now.
Okay, a lot to let's go one by one. Do you have the Bethesda games first?
Yeah, we have the best. I have the Bethesda game list, right?
Just read out all the names of the games being listed. That some of them we have never heard a confirmation before. Let's go
Okay,
that
so
first.
all right, so from this year, fiscal year 2023, we'll be getting a new Doom game called Doom Year Zero. We don't know what that is yet. So it's a new Doom game, not announced yet. So probably, I'm guessing it's going to be announced at the Game Awards because that's where Microsoft usually do it. But whoops, it's already leaked. Then we have an unnamed project. It's called Project Kestrel. So this is a new project. We don't know what it is, but it's coming out in fiscal year 2023.
No developer sign? No.
Nope, no developer sign.
Okay.
Same as well with Project Platinum. Also, no one knows what this is.
Alright.
So next year, fiscal year 24, it is. This is like fiscal 24. It could be 24-25, so it could be 2025 as well. We have Bethesda's next game, The Elder Scrolls 6. That's coming out. That's why, like, that's coming out next year. It might be coming out next year. Yeah.
This plan has been like old plans that
Yeah. This
totally have
old
revived.
plan.
This probably
Yeah.
plans before Starfield and Redfall got delayed to this year.
No, yeah, I think because I think this fiscal year is before the pandemic happened. Yeah, this is before the pandemic happened, I'm guessing, because they list Starfield as fiscal year 2022. And we know what happened even in fiscal year 2022.
And we will know more later with the Game
Yeah.
Pass docs.
Hmm.
Okay.
So for next year, besides Elder Scrolls 6, we have the expansion for Project Kestrel. We don't know what that is. A licensed IP game, yeah, a licensed IP game that we don't know yet. That this
Is Indiana Jones in that list?
No, Indiana Jones is in fiscal year 23.
Oh, they've listed. So another game.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's another game. And then this is my personal favorite. A Fallout 3 remaster. Finally.
I mean, sure. Okay.
Finally. Yeah, Liam Neeson. We get to see Liam Neeson die again. Now in 4K.
I mean, Fallout 3 didn't. I mean, it's not that terribly poorly aged, at least. I mean, it's not as worse as Oblivion.
Yeah, it was fine. Like it's a it's like you could be better with Fallout New Vegas essentially, but
Oh man, I cannot look at Oblivion and think like the graphics look jank. I cannot
exactly.
not look at the character models and think that this is the most sophisticated art in video games in 2006. I do not want to believe that. That is janky even back then, still today.
It's janky today, yes. Okay,
It's
moving
not even
on.
uncanny.
Yeah, it's not even uncanny. It's just like it's just weird. It's a Bethesda jank.
They figured
And
out
then,
when Fallout
yeah.
3 appeared,
Yeah.
is what I'm saying.
I'm guessing they're going to use the same engine as Fallout 4 at least. Please, I beg, at least Fallout 4's engine, the creation engine.
At least the gameplay should be just better lah. Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay, then after that we have another expansion for Elder Scrolls Online, because Necrom's pretty good. So another expansion, no problem. Then next year it should be a sequel to Ghostwire Tokyo.
Devil Tower Kuala Lumpur?
Ooh.
Are we going to Kuala Lumpur?
Ghostwire KL doesn't sound not too shabby. Not gonna lie.
Oh, Devil Tower, we literally have that tower built now. We can have it summon Oni. We can have it summon Jembalang, whatever. We have our ghosts. We can have our ghost stories.
I mean, recently, there's been a tangent recently. Twitter Spear or X Spear, as you want to call it, they have just noticed that we have a ghost literally called Hantu Tinte, or
Yep.
they finally know that. So,
Supposed to be afraid of the TDs. That was how we got scared.
That's why that's hilarious. Looking back. So yeah, Ghostwire Tokyo. Then, arcade fans, get ready. Dishonored 3 is coming next year as well, according to the list.
I'll bide time lah. It'll be interesting where they're gonna take Dishonored 3, as in like I believe by the end of not Dishonored 2, the standalone one, Death of the Outsider.
Definitely, yeah.
That has serious implications of whatever the game is, and I mean Deathloop has been hinted at very very strongly that there is a future of a Dishonored game. So now where they gonna go? I hope they go like northward. There's a few other places in the world that they haven't discovered. I would like to see more Will Park.
Yes. And lastly, it will be the DLC, the expansion for Doom Year 1. Again, we have no idea what Doom Year 0. We have no idea what this game is yet. But we know it's a Doom game.
And there's already planned an expansion.
Yeah. Oh yeah, also, I just forgot to mention, in fiscal year 2022, so it should be last year, an Elder Scrolls Oblivion remaster. Which didn't happen. Yeah, that didn't happen. Yeah. because it's the same. It's the same one as the Elder Scrolls expansion. This is Necrom. This should be the fiscal year for Necrom, the ESO expansion, and Oblivion. But Necrom happened, but Oblivion didn't. So,
Internal delays then.
eternal delays, I guess.
Look forward to playing Oblivion without the janky janky characters.
It doesn't feel the same. We need the funny, like the funny animation and also the funny face as you battle in the gladiator ring.
Mod back the funny graphics.
Yeah, not bad. The funny graphics.
They
Yes.
have all the very polished up imperial officers and whatnot in this new remake / remaster or whatever they're gonna call it. And then just mod it back to the worst version. To not the worst, vanilla original 2006 version.
The correct version. Yes, the correct version.
As long as they don't sell Horse Armor DLC again, should be fine.
Nah, it should be game of the year, like everything. So you will get the Horse Armor DLC for free this time.
They should make more Horse Armors.
Yes, I agree.
No, not just one. Okay,
Alright,
that's
so
Bethesda's.
that's Bethesda. Yeah, that's the game side.
I think
The Microsoft side, yeah, the Microsoft side. Or are we going to go to Game Pass first? The Game Pass.
Let's go to
pricing.
Game Pass.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so the Game
How
Pass.
much they pay? Okay.
Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, this is interesting. This is very juicy. So, the list goes for like a bunch of games, mostly from Warner Brothers, Techland, Take-Two, and I think Ubisoft. So the big players lah of the current industry. There's also Namco as well, Bandai Namco, and THQ Nordic, or Embracer, if you want to call them that. So I'll just go for the top. Warner Brothers for Lego Star Wars. This was a Game Pass game. Can it was on day one or was it not?
It
Lego Star
was
Wars.
on Game Pass, but didn't came out day and date as they
Oh
say.
yeah.
It
It's
didn't came
April.
out day
Yeah,
one.
yeah. It came out in April 22. Yeah. So Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. So new Star Wars. They paid Warner Brothers $35 million for that, which is a lot of price for Lego Star Wars. Then Red Dead Redemption, so Rockstar and Take-Two, they paid them only $5 million. Actually, I'm surprised. $5 million per month.
Ooh.
That didn't go through.
That didn't go through.
They go through.
On all that list, the one that got leaked, I've checked. Only 3 games got through.
Grand Theft Auto
5.
apa lagi? Grand Theft Auto 5.
We've mentioned Lego Star Wars.
Lego
And there's
Star
one
Wars.
more.
What's the one more game?
I cannot remember on top of my head, but we'll go through and I should remember.
All right, so
I have the list.
All right, so Lego Star Wars. Then we have Dying Light 2. So Techland, Dying Light 2. Did it happen as well? That's 50 million.
Per
City
month.
Skylines?
Those
Per
are
month,
per
yes.
month.
Yeah, 50 per month.
On the per month side, I checked the document. It should just say only on the Take-Two games, the Rockstar
Oh,
games.
only Take-Two.
Okay.
The
Oh,
GTA
they're
and
asking-
Red Dead Redemption 2, they're
They
gonna
asking per month.
they're asking per month. The
Damn.
rest are lump sum.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yeah, that's
I
interesting.
see. That's
So
interesting.
why, like, we're gonna go through like, okay, mention Red Dead Redemption 2 kan, how much
5 million per month.
per month? That's why they just ask 5 million. If they're gonna ask for lump sum, I don't think 5 million is cutting it.
Oh! I just noticed the Red Dead one is D&D, so there's enhanced and expanded enhanced for Gen 9 essentially. That didn't happen. Yeah, that didn't happen yet
That also didn't happen. Like there's no
Yeah.
enhancements released.
for Red Dead 2. Yeah, D&D version. So that's basically their version of expanded and enhanced, the current version of GTA 5 or next gen. That's interesting.
Mhm.
Paradox City Skylines. That never happened yet, can?
That's
Technically.
the one I think. That's the one's
Yeah,
gonna
that's the third game. Okay. So Lego Star Wars, City Skylines 2, and GTA 5. That's it.
and that's
the
also
rest-
coming in 2023. And also
Yeah.
on the document it's interesting because they mentioned about discussing a beta specifically for Game Pass players, that didn't happen. But the fact that they discussed that is interesting. Very special deal. Okay, let's figure out something.
Okay, so next up, they tried get Dragon Ball from Baganenko.
The
That's
game
20
didn't
million.
release.
The game release, yes.
How many million?
20 million.
There's another game that has released out. Coming to Game Pass, I guess. One more game. It's not Cities Skylines 2 then.
Okay. Next is this one, like quick list. So hub that didn't happen. So Just Dance didn't happen. That's they asked for 5 million. Let's Sing Ever. A singing game. The classic hits from ABBA like Money 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 and Dance. Last summer. Yeah, 5 million. Didn't get it. Return to Monkey Island. 5 million. That's not that bad actually. That happened. Oh, no, that happened, but it was not on D&D, right? It was like a month later. Okay, next is Rexfest 2, which hasn't come out yet. But knowing THQ and Embracer right now crumbling, literally crumbling at our feet, I'm guessing that's not coming out either. Oh, this is my favorite. This is the one that's keep getting the articles so far. Larian, Baldur's Gate 3. They asked for 5 million.
Oh,
That is, oh my god.
that is like, oh no.
I mean, I suppose it's a good opportunity to get it on the cheap.
That's why. Not only that, had they got them for Game Pass, they would have fixed the Xbox issue way earlier than what they're having right now.
And now it's never gonna
stuff.
come to Game Pass.
Exactly, that's why.
Never.
Oh my god. Come on, Phil. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake, man. Oh yeah, next up is Gotham Knights, which is actually coming in October.
Yeah, that's the other game that I mentioned.
But I think 50
now,
million.
Yeah, now that I checked back, it should be 4 plus 1. So Lego Star Wars, Skywalker Saga.
Lego Star Wars, Skywalker Saga,
City Skylines 2 coming.
City Skylines, GTA 5, which is still here, and Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights. One more, Return to Monkey Island also came to Game Pass.
Return to Monkey Island, yeah, so it's 5, yeah, 4 plus 1 is 5.
4 plus 1, yeah. Okay.
Oh, they wanted AC Mirage as well, AC Rift.
Yep.
100 million!
Yep.
$100 million!
Dang.
They wanted AC Mirage. And now AC Mirage is coming to into fucking iPhone.
That's how much a AAA game can go if they're gonna have to
it goes more expensive. Yeah, it's gonna go more expensive. Next one is Warner Brothers. It's a Suicide Squad game that's coming out next year. Partner expects $250 million.
Oh.
But they expect high because you know why? Because that game has a lot of partnership with PlayStation already. So they already assume that if they're gonna get this game being signed, they have to pay a lot. And that's minimum. They're just expecting. When negotiations happen, these prices can balloon up. Okay.
Here comes. Next one's the funniest one. EA Jedi Survivor. Partner expects to ask for $300 million.
Oh. Dang, they're doing
At this point, like, if I were
$100 million deals.
$300 million, yeah, that's why. The good thing, like, there's a good thing, like, Phil didn't go for it, like, D&D, to like, nah, I'll wait for next year. We get it for cheap. Oh, they tried to have Mortal Kombat 1 as well. Warner Brothers, Mortal Kombat X, aka Mortal Kombat 1. Which they asked for 250 million. Wow.
And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, why there's not much third-party AAA games coming day one on Game Pass.
Because holy shit, man. Imagine the game your production is like 20 minutes, 50 minutes. You get the money back just by going on Game Pass.
Which is to say, publishers are not necessarily on board with the idea of giving people free games by just subscribing to a flat fee. I mean, they would do it, but you have to give them a lot of lump sum at upfront to guarantee them they got their money back while losing out sales. Now
Then
that should spark and explain a discussion of how much revenue would a AAA publisher loses out should they forego a traditional release, comparing it to like going to a subscription service day one. Are they losing money? That's why they're asking that much.
Yeah, probably that. Like,
Because we
most
know
likely.
because we know the inverse will happen when you know that a game may not have a big enough player install, a player base. Let's say a multiplayer gaming release, so you want to have a lot of people playing it on day one. So that's the best move to get it on a Game Pass, on a PS Plus game collection, and you just see the numbers go up in terms of players, and you get guaranteed revenue in the process. But when it comes to like single player AAA production, I think publishers are still wary about this. They don't want to put it on day one for good reasons, I think.
Yeah. Game Pass, man. Phew.
I mean, but you know why? We also know why a lot of indies are very much on. If they got an offer to be on Game Pass, they would most likely be accepting it. Especially like smaller up and coming indie labels. Like 5 million flat, man. That's a lot. Especially if you just like, okay, this is like a small indie game with a tight budget, with smaller developer, probably even just one person, or one person team, kan. So small scale, and then you got an offer like, hey, put this on Game Pass day one, we give you 5 million. I don't think a small indie game will have a budget, a development budget of more than 5 million. They will totally like get a lot of like day one lump sum money to cover back development costs and more. So that's why we now know offers like Game Pass benefit the indies the most, but not necessarily the big third party publishers.
The big company, yeah. Like for example, Monkey Island. People play Monkey Island to the point where like Sea of Thieves now have a Monkey Island collaboration. Like that's how big they become. So it works. It is a good formula.
The best thing is now don't expect a single player game coming to Game Pass. Expect a multiplayer game. That's why you see Exo Primal on Game Pass. That's why you see Payday 3 on Game Pass.
Yeah, like Exo Primal is a game like people like it's like we thought it was going to be Diamond Crisis, and then it's Game Pass, is free. Okay, we ball to the point that they have enough. Yeah, we have enough for a second season.
I think they have like at least 1 million players.
Yeah, it's good revenue enough to have a second season. So next, so that is Game Pass, and now we go to the final one, my favorite one. It is the mid-gen refresh, because by the way, ladies and gentlemen of the podcast, if you're listening, we are now coming up to year 4 of the console life, which everybody would know is that we're gonna get a mid-season refresh. So the likes of, let's say, PlayStation 4 Slim, and the Xbox One S, so like that. So this is for this gen, the 9th gen. We are looking at a very interesting decision by Xbox, because the next Series X refresh is going to be I don't know, Mike, have you seen the Deco punya router? Have you seen a Deco router before?
seen a couple of humidifiers as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that is exactly the new Series X refresh. There's no CD. I guess since there's no CD punya slot, they are now making it into like this, a router or air purifier shape. Essentially, they have took the meme that people been doing of the flash speed, of the flash speed of the Korean style. Yeah, why don't we make it a good console, an actual console now?
They have to walk back with the whole adorably digital stuff.
Oh, that sounds condescending as hell.
They should be walking back by now. They should have seen the reaction of that. That one,
Oh.
that one sentence alone uh, have created furor among the fans of gaming on social media. Just the idea of, yo, we're gonna refresh this new console. We're not gonna offer you this version. Uh,
Yeah, I don't like
mm,
that. Yeah, I do not like that. Like the Series S. No, Series S. Yeah, it is the digital one. Like yeah, let it be like that. The Series X. At least do what PlayStation is about to do from the reports that we have read. Make it at least a detachable punya CD drive on the side so that people can still put in. But going all out digital and then going like condescending like that, nah, man, you're shooting yourself in the foot again.
oh god. Are they gonna just maybe that's the whole thing. We didn't see the full slides. They're gonna offer an optional disk drive. Ah.
I am reading the thing. So they're calling it the XDL. That is the so X digital light, whatever. That's probably the name, whatever. Yeah, no, I don't see anything that say like detachable stuff unless that's in the works after this as well.
But I think Microsoft have heard the room. They do,
Nah,
we
like
don't want the one console that have a disc to
to
be
be
revised
diskless. Yeah,
with to be diskless. They should keep the
yeah.
disc. Especially at least give an alternative. Keep a disc version.
Mm,
Like okay, Xbox Series X without the disc and then have the
understandable.
disc. So like the PS5. Like the
Yeah, yeah.
PS5.
Yeah, like PS5. That's yeah, like digital edition PS5. That's it. So sure that like if they want to keep it digital, keep it on the S. Keep it on the S. That's it.
Yeah, you have already established a fan base that are totally fine
Yeah,
going all digital and they are
yeah.
staying on the S.
75%. 75% is a lot of big players. By the way, that is 75% of the sales, current sales as of fiscal year 2022. Because this is reports from 22. 75% of them are on the S. So do not rock the boat. Essentially, what I think, Mr. Spencer, do not rock the boat. That's a bad
See,
idea.
don't see it as you cutting your losses by removing the drive, even though the people do not show interest in buying the one with the disk drive. It's
Mm.
the optics, man. The fact that you are showing the future of gaming to not be allowing consumers to own physical media. That's a not good look at this time of moment. And they should have known better because you know how much goodwill they've garnered by doing that backwards compatible program, which
Yeah.
has now
Stop.
have
Yeah, they've
concluded.
started.
Yeah,
Oh my god. Yeah, this is Project. The code name for this one is Project Ulster. Is that how you pronounce it? Ulter. Yeah, Ulter. UTHER. Because Project Series S is Project Brooklyn. But segueing from the bad the bad idea to the good idea, the new Xbox controller, this is the basic one. This is not the elite version or I think like this will be packaged in the next edition of the Xbox Series S, X, and hopefully the digital
how
X.
they gonna call it this controller because you
The
know
new Xbox controller. That's the tagline.
you.
The X Cloud controller.
I think the Xbox One controller was just called the Xbox controller. And
Yeah.
then
This is they call it Xbox Series controller.
The Xbox Series controller is called officially the Xbox Wireless controller.
Oh, okay. I think this is it. Xbox Wireless 2.
Xbox connected controller.
Xbox
And they're gonna call it
controller. Oh my
Xbox connected,
god.
as in you can connect to the cloud stuff.
Look,
But
Xbox is a terrible naming scheme, and I think this gonna continue.
yeah,
It's just gonna be more confusing. At least this one looks. You
it's
can tell
nice.
it
Yes.
apart. Very different. It looks very different. It's not keeping the same form factor and all. And they change it. I think the fact that they're gonna put haptic feedback is nice. And they are
Yeah.
keeping promise for repairability, which is also interesting because you know what? I have been tearing apart my Xbox controller for a while now, for a good 3 years. And now I'm looking at my PS5 controller. I'm looking at it and I'm just like, where are the screws?
Yeah. Because that is the dual sense. It is. I've seen like the teardowns. It is the jumbled wired mess
Look,
on purpose.
the fact that you have to use that plastic thing to just like wiggle out the two plastic parts that are like very very tightly sealed together. Oh man, the PS4 controller was terrible, but at least there are like a couple of screws. But this one, the dual sense, oh my god, I've watched the teardowns. I'm like, if this thing is broken, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it myself. But the Xbox controller was very easy, very easy. Just have the correct screwdriver for it, and you're good to go. I've messed it up a couple of times, like putting it back again. Oh no, power not on. Why? Oh yeah, the battery thing, the metal bits that you have to like make sure the battery is connected to was not properly put. It was in within the housing rather than being plugged outside. Oh, open it back again. Do it. I do that a lot of times. It is possible to do it yourself. So good to know that is being kept on.
Yeah. So like one good, one bad essentially is for the hardware side. This is expected to launch in 26. 26 fiscal year 25. So yeah, 2025. So 2 years on. Because they are expecting to move to 27. They're expected to announce the next Gen 10 in 27. And then like blah 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 29. Probably 28. But you can expect the controller in fiscal year 24 and this quote unquote adorably digital Series X sometime in fiscal year 25. Oh my god, I'm reading the blurb, man. The Series S when your first edition, my edition, they call it the EDIF, is going to be EOL by 25.
I mean, everything has a lifespan. After that, you're just
My
gonna do
baby,
spare
why is
parts.
So EOL, so essentially, it's not like it's gonna be scrapped immediately. It's like it's just going to be there. They're going to be supported, but they won't sell the Series S anymore by fiscal year 25. So 2025. There.
By that time, it becomes a collectible. It's not
Ooh.
manufactured anymore. So
Yeah.
anything you see on a shop's catalog, oh yeah, that's a rare
It's gone,
one.
yeah.
They don't make them anymore, literally.
Starkville. So Starkville is I'm guessing that is the Xbox One? Starkville? It had a yeah. Starkville and EOL ahead of Brooklyn launch. So that's that is the Xbox One. So it already EOL ahead of Series X when you launch. So yeah, that's true. So yeah, so EDIF 512. So the Series S going to EOL. EOL, the original Series S will go to EOL on 25 as they launch the new one, the Series S, which I think already launched. The 1 terabyte, the black one.
Okay, so basically, a lot of Xbox plans have been.
Come up it.
It's no secret anymore, but hopefully whatever Xbox gonna announce, they took the feedback and probably some plans have been changed from when this thing has been published.
Yes.
because I'm not sold on a lot of these ideas. Probably because
Yeah.
let's not even talk about the idea of the next generation console being having a partly powered by the cloud thing. Not, not,
Oh
not, not,
yeah.
no cloud, please, no,
No cloud,
no
please.
cloud.
No internet.
What happened? What happened to
You're fine.
Azure? What happened to Azure, Microsoft? What happened to Azure?
Look, the idea of Crackdown 3 was novel but couldn't be done. Doesn't
Yeah.
mean that you have to make a whole console for it though.
Yeah, exactly. What happened to Azure, Microsoft? Besides computing services, what happened to it? People don't even use Azure anymore. They're using AWS.
I mean, that's why they wanted to use to make a cloud console, so they can use Azure to get people use Azure.
Yeah.
But
People
no, no,
people
no,
rather use
no.
Oracle. Yeah, people rather use Oracle or AWS. That's the problem.
Especially with the implications that this is gonna be online only. Nah, 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 nah. If
Nah.
anything needs to be cloud powered, it should be optional.
Yes. Agreed.
Anyway, move on from one potential dumpster fire to an already dumpster fire being
It's
built.
already fire burn. The firemen are trying to put out the fire, but it's just burns on now. It's now a tire fire. It is, it is the Unity software issue,
Okay,
essentially.
let's start this story with this. A lot of times, people are giving, well, people, I mean gamers are giving a hard time or whenever the Unity game engine is being mentioned. Oh, this game is running Unity. I don't believe that's a good way. I don't believe that's a good sentiment to bring. I don't think that's a good reason to hate on Unity because of
Yes.
a lot of people who may not be AAA game developers, who may not be like experienced developers, make their games using Unity. I don't think that's a good you say reason to hate on Unity. But now we have a good reason to hate Unity. We have a good reason to hate Unity anymore. Because
Now you
my
can take the
god,
pitchforks. Yeah.
now
Yeah.
now
Now you
we can get mad about Unity, hate
now
on
you get the
Unity.
pitchforks.
Even Unity game developers are hating on this because
All right, so they have announced a sweeping change to their licensing. Now, this was before they rolled back, so it is a sweeping change to how they how they is it the fees kan? Initial plans
Yeah,
fees?
the extra fees. So before this, you okay. If you get a plus or like premium or even enterprise, you pay basically per license per month for using Unity. But then now, then they announce what?
Then they announced they are making it per install. So no matter what game, no matter if you're indie or you're a big one, big budget, because there's a few companies that uses Unity as the engine. Case in point, Genshin Impact is running
Oh
on Unity.
no.
Honkai Star Rail is running on Unity. That is games that rake in billions per year, by the way. Yeah, both Honkai and Genshin. And not to mention Nintendo with Pokemon Unity. Uh, so in their thinking, like yeah, these two companies like Nintendo and Hoyoverse, they pull in like what $1 million every year. So what if they take a bit of it, like maybe take like 20%, 0.5%, like yeah, let me take the cake, cut the cake a bit, at the bottom.
the Unity runtime fee, as they call it,
Mm-hmm.
they are tracking how many installs a
Yes.
product has, and they will charge you. I think after the first million or something.
First
Depends
million,
on the
yes.
tiers. Depends on the tiers.
Depends
Depends
on
on
the
the
tier.
tiers. I think the lowest tier starts with a million. Is it?
I
Two
believe it
key.
was 250,000.
Oh shoot! I
Was it
Yeah,
overshot that.
yeah.
200,000?
There's two threshold essentially, like $1 billion in revenue, ataupun user engagement. I think 250. That's the user engagement.
But then you get a discount if you use their level play ad platform.
Ah, so
I think they waive the charges. Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, it's not 0.5. It's 2.5%. Ah, it's 2.5%. That's a lot, Like, so let's say that if that's like $100, that is like 25. Yeah, that's 20, not 25, $2.50 each install. So 250, 250. then you, let's say, times it by 200,000. That's still a lot of money. You have to pay.
Wait, isn't that the new one? 2.5%?
Is that the one?
No, the original proposal is 20 US cents per install.
20 US dollars. Oh,
20 US cents
yo.
per install in, let's say, US, Canada, and basically the G7 countries, like the developing countries. And then for developing countries
Ah.
like India, they charge like 1 US cents per install.
Yeah. I'm reading it now. Yeah, so 20 cents, 0.125 cents for like, yeah, lower countries. Oh my god.
The wilder thing is, how are you gonna track the installs?
Is that-
And that's the even weirder things, because at day one they haven't clarified exactly how they're gonna implement this thing, despite wanting to charge people already. So there were rampant
The
speculation.
ramifications.
There were speculations on how they're gonna do this, and some of the worst ones go to, are all Unity games gonna phone home? Are they
Yes.
gonna have online connectivity to check that, okay, you install this on your device, and then the game will have like, oh, connected to online, oh, count one install. And then they didn't even address the thing about, no, they did address, but it painted a worse picture, in the fact that, do you count multiple installations as a new install, as in, if you install or uninstall it, or you own that same application but you install it on other devices that you own, all of them
Yeah.
counted as one unique install. Like, what? And then the worst part of it all is for people, for the developers that have signed deals for getting their game on subscription services, which
Yeah.
totally easy to get 1 million downloads just by having just having it on that thing, like on Game Pass or game collection catalog for PlayStation Plus.
Or charity
Oh yeah,
sale.
charity bundle and whatever kan. So there's a lot of ways where games can suddenly, out of nowhere, get 1 million downloads. And if a developer was not prepared for it, and their business case was not like, most of the downloads were supposed to make money, as in, like, the charity downloads mentioned kan, those don't really make money, it's going to charity. So you're gonna, and you will be, you as in the game developer, there will be instances where the game will just be not profitable enough because Unity takes too much of the cake.
Yeah. Like
You're
smaller games.
losing money
Yeah.
from having a game published because there's too many people installing.
Yeah, exactly.
But then, like, Unity clarifies, okay, we're gonna exclude like charity sales, this and that. But then people start to ask, how? How do you implement that?
Yeah, and the fact that one of the way they clarify for cases with Game Pass kan, just let the platform holders handle it. What the?
Excuse me?
Huh?
Excuses?
Like, huh?
Do you think by mentioning that like a throwaway line, without discussing with Microsoft and Sony and maybe Nintendo first hand of this thing, giving them a good heads up of what's happening, will make them pay up
No.
for something that they did? It is just a terrible idea,
Yeah. And to make things worse, they said it's going to implement retroactively, and it starts on 1st January 2024, which is basically 3 months away.
Yeah, like, bruh.
Like the fact that there are so many developers come out and just say, you fucked up. Like one of them
You
literally
fucked
said, you
up.
fucked up. in the literal good, your image, and then your company logo, and then you have your words of text all in one image, yeah, and then there's 3 big words, you fucked up.
You screwed up. Join
and the-
Unity unites the gamers and developers by hating on Join Unity.
It's like that Jojo meme lah kan, beating up and then the developers are beating up John, and then the gamers come in beat up if as well.
Now we can beat it. Now we can beat Unity up. We have
Yeah, we can beat it. You're the past.
The irony. Unity unites against Unity.
Yeah, Unity nice go Unity.
Putting that on the title.
So yeah, so yesterday, so this has been a big issue like last week. Then yesterday, they have released an official statement that say that we are sorry, we were tone deaf, we were idiots, and we will walk back on the significant aspect of its pricing plan.
Not enough.
Not enough.
And
You have
the
burned the
damage has
bridge.
been done.
Yeah, the bridge has been burned.
The bridge has been burned.
You've just taken the stroll, your horse into the bridge area. You're like, oh, sorry lads, we fucked up.
The die has been cast. You have
You roll-
crossed the Rubicon.
You
The-
roll
Yeah,
the roll a
S.
zero. Yeah, you roll a one. Sorry.
The rice has been turned into porridge and there's nothing you can do. I mean, porridge is still good, but not in this situation. Like,
Yeah, this is the sad one. Like the one that you overcook the rice. Like it's already terrible. It's going to be terrible.
like almost every single developer that is been developing on Unity has expressed in some way publicly that whatever they are cooking up will be the last Unity game,
Yep.
or they are very very like against the idea of Unity doing this shenanigans. Like that, you can just find any Unity developer right now, and all of them has expressed most of this. The most boldest is Terraria developers, Relogic. They put their money where their mouth is by literally donating money to free open source engines, game engines.
Like,
I know one of
yeah.
I think it's something like there's a lump sum and then there's a monthly paid to that.
Yeah,
Monthly, yeah.
Terraria developers.
Yeah.
Relogic.
And I believe one of the game engines is Godot.
Yeah, Godot.
However you pronounce it. And the other is I do not remember on top of my head.
Yeah.
But right now, a lot of tutorials about how Godot engine it works from a Unity developer perspective, or how do you switch from Unity to Godot, has been a lot on YouTube right now from what I've seen.
One fun fact about Godot is that you can download the Android version and make games from it.
Oh,
It
nice.
has Android version.
It's Android Asian. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have like an Android tablet, it's pretty optimized, I
You
guess.
can start doing it, yeah.
I've heard the SDK is very lean, like
Mm-mm.
less than
Yes,
1
but-
gig,
Dang, that's pretty good.
very very light. So yeah, and it can handle 3D games. Don't just think about it as like a 2D engine. No, it's fully fleshed out. I mean, what I've heard from developers is that the Godot doesn't have asset store, so that's a problem. You gotta
Yeah.
figure out how to create your assets, or find people who knows, find people who sells them or can do them.
Also, they don't have a console, let's say console build.
Yeah.
As in, you cannot build to console because you need proprietary code and stuff, but they cannot put it in because open source. So yeah.
Understandable lah. I think you can. I've heard about plugins for those kan.
Yeah, I mean, there are companies that port Godot games to console, but then it's like a separate software, basically, separate solution instead of a built-in.
So yeah, that's why mostly Godot games are on PC first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on itch.io first.
Oh, Ishadaya.
Good point. Yeah, Ishan.io kan. Oh, that's where. Yeah.
You know what? You know what the first game ever that was released publicly for Godot. I think you'll like the name. It is the first game for that was published for sales for commercial. Is not Hypno. What's that Hitman game that looks terrible? Cruelty Squad. Yes, that was the first. That was the first game.
That is commercial. That's so
Yeah, the
commercial.
first sold commercial game on Steam using Godot. Cruelty Squad. It is prophetic.
Kill the capitalist kan.
Kill the capitalist. Yes. The company, like the publisher, the developer is literally called Consumer Soft Products. Perfect game to introduce to Godot. Yeah, that is literally the perfect game to use to Godot.
Yeah, the worst thing is that the folks who have like cannot migrate outside of Unity, they have to be stuck with it. I think I've encountered uh, the dev blog by the one person behind H3VR. It's just
Oh
one
yeah,
person again.
Anton.
Yeah. I've encountered this channel, and
Dang.
he said that there's no way he's like he's not doing it full time, and it's
Yeah.
like 7 years already with this project, and he's also working with a specific older version of Unity as
Yeah.
well.
I
So
mean, he's using basically a legacy version, and it's not just legacy, it's legacy. As in, it's out of long term support. It's like, oh dang, it's old. I'm not sure. I don't know how he managed to like even do that.
the fact that the game,
Support that.
people were asking, does this can this game have a pause screen? Cannot, because the engine is too old and it has bugs if you put a pause screen. So yeah, those games just cannot be ported over.
Mhm.
Nope.
So they're gonna be stuck with it, which is just sucks. Especially when you used to work, you use a product from a company that you trust, and then suddenly they become not trustworthy, and there's no way going out of it. Yeah, sucks. I feel bad for those. I mean, the folks that can jump ship. I mean, good luck with your new endeavors. But those that have to like, we already too deep in development. We have to just shape the product. We cannot afford like changing it, because game engines are not something you just put 1-2 lines and then you get engine change. No,
This is
that's
like
how it works.
it's like a very tough process. Like gila tough.
Engine and see if it works just like that. Think about it for a minute. That's why they call it a game engine.
Like imagine trying to
swap a car like simple.
you cannot swap a Myvi engine into a Ferrari engine. Like bruh.
It's a whole project figuring that out. Same goes to software like this. It's not a simple swap as much as some people might want it to be. So
Because the codes, man, the codes.
people should try coding and see the madness of it all. Once you've tried to do not just a hello world, but try to do a simple sorting thing, and then you figure, okay, now that's one simple thing. How do you do more complicated things? And then you just thought, okay, you appreciate the work of people dabbling with the talking to the software. Software whisperers are amazing beings with a very specific skill set. So don't say lazy, dude.
Don't say the list, don't.
Anyways, that's the Unity. Hopefully, hopefully
Okay.
things will turn out better for the game devs. I don't care about Unity anymore.
Nope. Now we can join it. Now we can join in the bashing, the K-boshing and the bashing
I mean,
of Unity.
I use Unity before because I'm creating some content for VR chat.
Mhm.
The stupid thing is that you have to the like the previous one that said the legacy's way of doing Unity is you install and that's it. Now you have to install Unity Hub, at which you have to even on free license you have to, let's say, renew your license, meaning that you have to connect to the internet every so often.
Dang, so that's how they're gonna get you. That's how you're gonna check the installs. Damn.
That's the worst thing. They are turning a product into a service.
Mm-hmm.
Bad
And
service,
I think
man.
the most egregious one is that if you want dark mode, you have to upgrade your plan.
that's that's so evil. That's some evil stuff.
Oh,
that
you're using personal? No. You have to go plus.
lines has been crossed here. There is no There is no way they can apologize their way out of that shit. No. Unity is in my bad book immediately for charging me for dark mode. No. Wasn't Unity started out with dark background?
Yes.
Can the older builds are dark, can dark
I
mode by
feel-
default.
I mean, you can change to dark or lighter, but I believe like at some versions, starting from then on, if you want a dark mode, you have to upgrade
Oh,
to like a more more premium.
That's
Yeah.
evil. That's the most evil thing.
Man, they give it for free and then they take back and charge it. God damn it. Unity can burn lah. With the hope that another game engine can compete with Unreal in the third party in the free market.
In the free market, yeah.
I mean, Unreal is good, but Unreal needs competition. We don't want a monopoly in game engines.
Alright, so we shall now go to the final news of the day. And here we go. We're going to go speed run this one. This is just a quick fire round of God help us. We're going to be dying in the early months of 2024. Because we're going to have a lot of games coming out in, well, not January, but February. That's where we go funny, because in the span of 1 month, that's 29 days. This is a leap. Next year will be a leap year, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. There will be 6 big games coming out in February. We kick things off with Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, which is the second game from the guys at, I think it, if I'm not mistaken, it is, I forgot the thing. Is it the Grand Blue team? Because it's their version of, because Grand Blue itself, by the way, is a mobile game, but this is their second foray into a full-fledged console game besides the fighter game by Arc System. Yeah, it was by Psy Games. Yes, that's the name of the company. Yes, Psy Games, the guys and girls who also made the mobile version. So this is their first hit RPG, quote unquote hit RPG in 3D. It's coming out early February, and people are saying like this is February 1, literally the first day. To start the kickoff, to kick things off.
Because on February 2, we have Persona.
Yes, Persona 3 Reload, the remake of the original Persona game. Boy, howdy, they pick a good day. Then we have, is it next week? The next week will be Tekken 8.
Okay, so Tekken 8.
Oh, it's January. Yeah, January.
Yeah, Tekken 8 is January 26, 2024.
Yep. So that's so it's we actually make this upside down. So technically, the start will be Tekken 8. Okay. Then we have. Then we have one of our personal favorite series, the Yakuza, aka Lucky Dragon series. That is coming out. When is Infinite Wealth coming out, aka Yakuza 8?
January 26, 2024.
Oh my god.
Yes, there are 2 games on January 26, 2024.
Oh my god.
Yes, I'm
the fighter.
2 games on January 26, 2024.
The fighter game and the RPG game. Nice.
Look, I wish like a dragon character was in Tekken 8. But this is the closest it'll get, I guess. We getting 2 games.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to Hawaii.
Yeah.
This is the Hawaii game.
The beach episode.
The traumatic beach episode, by the way.
Man, they literally release a trailer and it's 10 minutes long, and it starts with a goofy thing and then it ended with like, oh
the
shoot.
the saddest way to end was like,
this should have been a spoiler, but I guess they have to spoil it right now so we know the stakes are high. So it's for real this time, right? Right.
Yeah, it's the Yakuza. It is the Yakuza way. Yeah, you start off strong. You have goofy stuff, and then at the end, everything was serious. It is a crime drama after all. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I can foresee there will be okay. Starting off is like Ichiban Kasuga and
In
Kazuma
Hawaii.
Kiryu will be together in Hawaii doing something, and then the party splits. One have to go back to Japan, go back to Isizaki Ejincho, Yokohama. The other will be staying in Hawaii dealing with, Danny Trejo and Daniel Kim was
Danny
a
Trejo.
yeah.
Man has to fight the the big man.
I
Oh
genuinely
no.
don't know who those guys are until when people name drop. Oh, we have a Hollywood celebrity now. Oh, really? Now I thought it was just like regular Yakuza guy. I totally forgot that like Dragon really have a lot of like big star actors. Like they have beat Takeshi in one game.
Yeah, because he was in Yakuza 6, and then the who was the lead of Janfuren? That's
Yeah,
also like
that
he's
guy
the
is
Tom
a
Cruise,
popular
yeah.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah, he's the Tom Cruise of Japan. So
I
and
also yeah.
you can play idol music with him. Yeah, it's just Lord Judgment.
Itulah like a Dragon Infinite Wealth would they've sold people already on how wacky it gets and how emotional it can get. So you're in for a good ride, whatever your pick is. I mean, speaking of ride, have you seen the essence of Buckle Up?
Oh, the Uber ride,
Yep.
the Grab,
One of the special attacks is literally a grab ride, a one-star grab ride.
a one-star Grab
The
ride.
fact that the driver even like goes out of the car and then hope you have this is your stop. Have you let's say like you have a good experience and then he walks back, camera to explosions at the back. Not look because cool guys don't look at the explosions as he walk out from the car that has exploded. Like a Dragon is wild, man. That's the best part of this game. The fact that it can balance very melodramatic moments and then touch on like really social stuff, things that like matter within the storyline is very serious, and then you can have to call in a poundmate and is a hermit crab and a crustacean on top of each other, and one of them does the giga drill breaker move because like a dragon.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. Yeah,
Yep.
if
Yep.
we are spoiled for choice. We literally have three Yakuza games in 2 years.
And finally we have two more games in February again.
Yep, and the last two will be the interesting one. I think the Black Sheep, because it is the Suicide Sword kill the Justice League. The hype was there, and then we saw the gameplay trailer,
This game
and the
can get
hype.
delayed.
Yeah,
Take
it
more
got
time.
delayed.
Delay out
I
of
don't
this.
know. Yeah, delay maybe into like what, the summer release at least. It might need it. I think they didn't need it. Yeah, I didn't need it probably. Most likely.
I mean, can they
Eh,
compete with the other one?
Yeah, because they're releasing on just the same week as this one indie game. I don't know if I heard of it before. It's about a guy named Cloud and his weird ass villain lover. I have no idea. Called Sephiroth. Tak pernah dengar. I've never heard of it before. It's a weird name as well. I don't know why they keep calling it Final Fantasy when we are now in like the 30th anniversary at this point.
The fantasy never finalized.
The fantasy no, like.
Well, maybe. I won't say much lah. I know, but yeah. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth.
But Final Fantasy Final Rebirth. This is the one that the first ever game. I can't believe it's already here. It's coming in 2 days. coming and also releasing on the leap day of 2024, which is February 29th. So you can only celebrate and maybe play this game on its anniversary every 4 years.
I don't know why, but they want to do that. So
They had to do that. Yeah, they had to do that.
social media guys, next year, next year, when 2025 arrives, I look forward to how they celebrate the 1 year anniversary. They're gonna do it on what? February 28th or
2027.
March 1?
What? No, they're gonna celebrate it. They're gonna celebrate
They
it 4
have
years
to tweet
later.
1 year anniversary. They have to tweet it out.
Happy not 1 year anniversary.
It's a big game. Like literally, like 2 days kan. They also mentioned is the size is at least 150 gigs. That
Yo, that's big.
Mhm.
That's Call of Duty big for a
yeah.
single player game.
I mean, have you seen what the mini games are gonna be?
Segway, baby.
Yeah, you have the Segway. They recently revealed there's a card game in there. That's new. You can play a piano. That's new. And the other stuff that they revealed, Chocobo Racing is in. G-Bike
Boss.
is in. Motorcycle Racing, Road Rage. Whatever. You can ride Chocobos. I don't think you can breed Chocobos, but you can dress up Chocobos this time. Most of the party members arrive, but not all of them playable. Vincent Valentine will still not be playable, but the rest are. So you got your cat, you got your dog. Who else joined the party at that time? Oh, Yuffie.
Yuffie, yes.
Is Sid early on or later on? I forgot. But
I have no idea.
They haven't shown the Sid yet. I don't think there are airships yet for this part. But the fact that this game is gonna cover the whole bit of this one, and it's gonna be this one of the original game on PS1, and this release will gonna be in 2 discs, which is interesting. Yeah, there's a whole open world. I seen towers, so they're going open world. Maybe this is the game that Final Fantasy 15 wanted to be all along.
Yes.
This like Final Fantasy remake reminds me like, this is the game Final Fantasy 13 wanted to be, and then now I'm looking at, this is what Final Fantasy 15 wanted to be.
Yes. Versus
Man.
the team, the real versus the team.
Yeah. Hopefully
It was
Final
all
Fantasy
planned. It was all according to the plan.
the whole remake series is to redeem those mainline games that didn't go as well. I mean, I still love them despite their flaws. But, it's not the highest point of the series.
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully this is it continues the train of Final Fantasy hype, I guess. But probably I'm betting that more people will be remember fondly of Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth than whatever Final Fantasy 16 has been after a while. Like, 16 is a good game, but I don't think it has the lasting impression. Yeah, strong games early 2024.
Yep.
We're gonna be dead.
You're gonna be. I mean, we're already dead for the next 2 months, but you're gonna be dead by 24. Yeah.
Dead.
Thank goodness there's no games coming out in December. Yep, definitely no games.
We say that.
I don't think we will get a code for Avatar, the game. Get Avatar 2 to the game.
I mean, there's gonna be a surprise release after we mention this.
Oh no.
Or some other weird game that suddenly become, this should be Game of the Year contender. Oh no.
Nah, I will not bet it on Frontiers of Pandora. No.
On that note, we should wrap it up. It's been
Yep.
a while already.
Yeah, good talk. So, what will be the thumbnail? Unity against Unity. Yeah. That's the tagline. The banner. And then
Unity against Unity.
yeah, And then we need to put our boy Kazuga on the Segway.
And Cloud on the Segway.
And Cloud Segway as well. Yes,
Everyone's on the Segway.
the boys on the Segway. 2024, yeah, the Segway confirmed.
Segway sales are getting an increase.
The Segway, apa? The late founder of Segway finally they have noticed the genius.
Finally, people digging up all the segways that been thrown into the river or something. Oh no, that's
Yeah.
bikes. No, that's scooters. not segways. Segways will be already like destroyed if they touch a bit of water like that. So yeah, segways and Unity against Unity. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So-
then, I think that's it. Unless you want to put Pinocchio, Disney Pinocchio.
with a palmaga.
Tree to the tail. If you
Uh.
lie in Lies of P, your nose doesn't get longer.
Or Shrek Pinocchio. That's
Pinocchio with a palmaga, sure.
yeah. All right. This has been Daniel. You can follow me on X or Twitter at FL4KY. I have a review for the game that I've just mentioned just now, the Crew Motorfest, by the time you hear this podcast. TLDR, good racing game. Vibes. Okay, Anan?
Yeah, you can X me. Drop near. DR4EP and 1R. DR4EP and 1R. Meck?
And I have been Amirul Mekronos Ashraf, Meckronos. Find me there. Still on Twitter.
Yes.
Twitter.
Yes.
I can't remember on top of my head of what I'm working on, but I will be working on something. But maybe not this month lah. Maybe by October I have something cooking. But for now, just expect the regular news and updates on GamerMatters.com.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's dia.log, the Game Matters podcast, and
Does Pinocchio lie because he likes it, or is it because it's lies?
in the heart of battle.
If
Yeah.
Pinocchio says I'm telling a lie, but it's
Is he telling
the
a lie?
truth? Is the truth a lie? Will his nose get longer? This statement is false.
Stevens. True and false.
How can you prove that this statement is false?